Hello. I am the boss man. Let's close out all the things. Okay, I think this is LUDUM Dare something. Just want to make sure all my stuff is closed. And here we are. Start recording. We'll refresh the chat. So I noticed that Restream's got some issues. It doesn't seem to do a great job at making sure that the chat is updated. So I'm gonna actually pop out the chat on my right screen and also do that for Twitch. So we're gonna log in real quick, and the theme is collector, which is it's okay theme. I already know what I'm gonna write up as a game. Oh yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to. Okay, one more thing. We're about to show the display. I just got to do one more quick. You know, when you start your stream, you got like things you need to do. Like sharing links, and you don't get those links until you start the stream. So, okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We will share this now. Okay. All right, we're good to go. Enough of that. And display capture on. Boom. Urge to defy the limits of a well-known collector franchise patterns. Make Pokemon. Make Pokemon. Okay. I already know what I'm going to make. We'll figure out how to incorporate collector into it. And anyways, so this is the outline of a WebAssembly game. So that would be here. And if I load it, sorry, that's not it. It is this. Okay, great. So I'm already like ahead of the curve, right? In some sense. So I don't have to worry about that later when the time comes. But the current problem is that it's not a Visual Studio project, and I don't really want to work out of Emacs because it is going to slow me down. So all this leads me to potentially creating a project, but we will see how long I can go without. Okay, first off, I need to draw. The problem with doing it this way is the only way I can run it. Oh, I wonder if I could run it from the command line. I probably could. Build it, and then run it as an exe. I don't know. I set it up to where it would be driven from or build into the WebAssembly, and so that's like that is going to slow development down a ton. So let me see here. Okay, yeah, I gotta just make the jump and do it. Okay, the way I'll do this is I'll make another folder. We'll call it build 2. And then what I can do is I can make, I wonder if I can make another CMakes list in the, you know what? Build 2, we'll do open with Visual Studio. Close. Console app. Okay, we're not going to use this. The wheels are turning. You know what? I build it in this one. And when the time comes to move it over, I'll just move it over. Good enough. Okay, so that'll save me a lot of trouble. Okay, so go into here. We're gonna edit CMakes list. We're gonna make a new project in here called, it's basically just gonna do the engine stuff. So I want these two. Okay, we got all that. 58C. We got arena lib, array lib. Okay, let's see what else we got for the engine. Header files. I probably don't need this, but we got all that. GUI, we don't need that. Okay. I mean, this doesn't do anything. I really think it does nothing. Yeah, those links in there. What else? We're looking good. Okay, now I need to make LUDUM Dare 58 folder. Make a file called game.c. Done. All right, and then we can run C. Oh wait, you know what? Good. Reload. And by the way, I'm going to be a little slow on the chat, so if you're waiting for me, you'll just have to deal, you know. Okay, so now I have it in here. Let's click all this stuff out. And this one, LUDUM Dare 58, game C. All right, great. Next, we need to pull in the existing source code that I have for the build. Basic window C. Copy this. Paste it into here. Let's jump to the top. Get rid of text H. If it's using web platform, we include this. There's something here. How about if def, and then get rid of this. Maybe that's what it was doing wrong before. If def like that. That could have been the issue when I was using the solution version. But you know what? Who cares? We're beyond that. Okay, we've got our loop. We've got my basic things. Run. Oops, that's the game engine. Run. Ta-da! Okay, great. So now I've got to think about how big to make this window. $800, that's just nothing. But you know what? That's plenty of things. Okay, we're going to draw a few rectangles. $450. There we go. Color red. Okay, so this is kind of not wide enough. So let's do it's a little bit better. I would say that was probably better. Yeah, good enough. Okay, and then this needs to be on the right side of the screen. So let's do 1000 minus 2 minus 400 and 5. Okay, great. So then we would want, this screen needs to be like bigger than that. So we're gonna do, let's try 600. Good. That's too big. We're gonna do 500. Okay, good enough. And then it doesn't need to be starting at the top, so we'll cut it down 100 and we'll reduce this to 400. Great. Okay, so this is your screen. It's too low though, so let's do, oops, that's not it. This one here, instead of going down 100, let's just go down 50. Okay, good enough. This is too long, so we'll do 350. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to get some buttons. And we need to have a couple things for that. I'm thinking Those buttons, what would I need? Yensho, hello. Welcome to the LUDUM Dare. Tomorrow's going to be a long stream day for me. I'm in the competition. Theme is collector. My game is going to be my game, and then I'll do what I need to later. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Just taking a look here. Good. Okay. So we don't need this anymore. Great. We're going to make this light gray until I get a texture. Ah, Denver Swink is here. Hello. Okay. I'm going to say the background is kind of a light blue. Right, so I don't know. What do we got for blue colors? Let's do sky blue. Yeah, good enough. And then we'll draw a dark gray desk for now. Just getting some stuff outlined. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Haven't done one of these in years. All right, let's move that down quite a bit. And we'll do so this is like a screen, so the desk should be here. So let's do another 100 down. And then we'll fill in the gap. You don't need to use those colors. Just do da-da-da-da-da for blue. Yes, that's true. I could do that. That would work. Okay, I'm making a... You ever fly and miss your flight and have to talk to one of those agents and they try to get you a new flight? You're that guy that's finding them a new flight. Okay, we're gonna put him. It's all about speed on this. There we go, look at that. Now we just make him go up a little bit. Great. I'll do, I think 250 was actually the sweet spot. No, sorry, 150. Okay, how about 120, 175? Okay, good. We've got the circle, we got that. We're good so far. I need to generate a slice of pizza. No, I need to generate a slice. And so, this guy here, I guess we can make what he is. He's going to be like a, I don't know, passenger. We'll just call him a passenger. Okay. Okay. Gonna run my code generator. We will call this one passenger T. I'm gonna be less stingy about making new structs. Okay, why not make a header? Yeah? Okay, sounds good. We will make a header. This one? No, where's the good one? That one? No. Is it? Let's find the right CMake file. Right here. Okay, so we're going to add LD types. How about LD58 types .c .h type array voila, wonderful, super nice. Okay, and now we just make those files in the folder. LD58 type.c H Today I'm going to build the game and all the gameplay. Tomorrow I'll probably polish the graphics. Okay, run this. Boom, CMake. Made my thing. Jump into here. Reload all. Got my type, C, that, and my header files, H. Great. Let's make some structs. Pragma once. I wonder if Pragma once is going to be a problem when I do the web assembly. We'll find out. Passenger struct. Passenger T. Great. And then we'll just do something silly. I want to know where they I need their ticket, right? So we need int ticket ID. We can do int entity ID just for how this works. Boolean be active, I think, is the other one. I have like a few things, and then I have the struct passenger T next item. Perfect. Okay, is this correct? Struct passenger T. I did this somewhere else. I can just go look at my work in the game engine. In here. Source. No. It's in Puzzle Quest. Headers. Types. And then entity star. Next free. Ooh, okay, here it is. Yeah, it's the type. It's the type, which is down here. Type def down here. So it's struct. Oh, it's a pointer. It has to be a pointer. Duh. Okay, we're good. Next one can be ticket. I'm gonna just make an object for each thing because this is not this is really not a collision detection game. This is much different. All right, so I'm gonna do destination ID. Source ID, and then we will have another ID, which is derp. Which are layover flight. Okay, and then missing flights is not fun. It's not fun at all. And then I think I could just do like the time, depart 1, and arrival 1. And then we could have depart to, arrival to. Okay, so then we would say Boolean has layover. There we go. Bam. And then passenger is going to contain some sort of ticket. Ooh, yeah, and we could do something like fake ticket, you know, stuff like that. All right, so we go into here. If a passenger has a ticket, and a ticket has a passenger, and a passenger has a ticket, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, then you got to reference them back and forth. But if we use ticket ID, it doesn't matter. So jump back. There you go. Do the same thing for tickets. Bam. Great. We got passenger and tickets. So now we need airports. Type def struct airport. And then we need airport name, which we'll just do char star airport name, airport code, TPA, you know. Okay, airport name, airport code. We should also do the same next item thing as well. Great. Great. And then we need to add these to everything so we know what they are. Great. We got all that. So we got 3 of them. Generate 3 different things here. We've got to do the ticket and we got to do airport. Double check this compiles still. Yes, it does. Run my generator. Generator ran. All right. We've got our new structs for the array. Oh, you know what? Types are in here and then their arrays. Oops, wrong project. Types are in here and then their arrays. So in here, I would actually, for types, I would add it because the way we did arrays is just for the methods. Okay. So then, boom, we got our arrays. All right, we need std int. And we'll add bool while we're at it. There we go. That's good. And then in here, we've got that big load of things. We're going to need to include ggarena.h, which should just work. All right, doesn't work. So what are our external dependencies? Did I write the CMake properly? Arena lib. Arena lib. Arena lib. GG Arena. Do I need to copy and paste GG Arena in there or what? How about this? All right. It's probably because it's just in a different folder. Okay, reload all. Interesting. Interesting. Arena lib. Arena lib. Arena lib. Arena lib. Arena lib. Do I need to add a copy of that into the folder? This is not how the other ones work. The other ones have their source code in the same folder. So that's why it might not be that way. For efficiency's sake, I am going to dump it in there. Okay. Is there anything else in here? Yes, there is. Include types ld58 types.h. Why is this thing so messed up? Okay. We're good so far. And then the last step is this. Include LD58 type array and all these things. Perfect. Now we've got next free result. The array itself doesn't have next free in it, so my generation code's broken. So let's go fix that. Structs. So what we need to do right here is do next free, and then it's going to be the entity name, but it's going to be struct. Okay, run that. There we go. Structs. Output. Airport, yes. Okay, jump back here. Build. Not a member of Airport S. Did I not put it in there? Airport instance ID. You forgot instance ID. Okay. Next free. Okay, it's not next item, it's next free. Perfect. Next item would be more like a linked list anyways, so that would have been wrong. Let's go. Okay. We're all good still. This is going to be a screen. I probably want to be able to control it a little better. Yeah, we're going to want to do this. Float delta time. Okay, we want to add another method in here called render and one called update. At least I can start to break these things up, so. Great. Looking good so far. What do I want to do now? I guess I should initialize things. So when you start the window, if we're in the other world, it's different. So this would be my init. Knit first. We have another method in here called knit first. Great. Okay, we're gonna store these guys at the top of the screen here. Great. Frankie, hello. Welcome. So now I want to set up, I guess I could have like a game state pointer like I always do. Why not? And we'll put that in types. LD58 type array. Okay, game state. And we will just say something silly. We'll just do int a equal a. Just int a. Take you, put you at the bottom down here. Okay, I'm gonna say we want an airport array. Airports. We're gonna want passengers. And we would probably want tickets. So let's do tickets. Okay, and we're not going to need a lot of tickets, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, we want to do init first. Right there, happening already. We want to do the initialization of the game state pointer. Okay, and you know what? We're gonna do GG arena, make an arena. So we're gonna do, what is the type called? It's arena. Okay. Memory arena for the whole game. Okay, we got that. Jump into this init. Here we go. Equals. Create arena. Size in bytes. 50,000. And then we could do game state pointer equals arena alloc. What do we want here? We want size of game state underscore t. Bam. And then we got our game state pointer. We want to do more of this, which would be, let's do passenger. Interesting. Let's see what I do wrong. This is good. So what do we got here? Game state, passengers. Yeah, looks good to me. So what's going on with that? Game state, pointer, airports. There's not going to be that many. Let's just do 100. Let's do 50. No, there's going to be way less. We're going to do 25. Nah, we're going to do 15. 20. Okay, that should be all the airports. Double check what this does. Capacity 0, next free 0, alloc done. Okay, we got our airports. Now, game state pointer. This is weird. Okay, so we've got something fishy going on. Do I have more than one game C? No, I don't. Next is, if we go into here, we've got our types arrays. This all looks fine. We jump into here. Next free ticket, airport. Nice. Ticket T array. This all looks fine. I wonder if I use the right. Or is there more than one of these? There is, okay. Okay, the issue is that it's I have more than one instance of this type being defined. Good. Passengers, let's just do 100 of those. We don't even need that much. And then tickets, we'll say, 300. Great. All right. We got those things set up. I imagine I'm going to need a couple of these airports set up. I also need to iterate through everything and kind of zero out certain things. So why don't we do that? Let's do this as well. Airport or airline? Yeah, airport. Yeah, it would be airport. Okay. If I'm gonna do this, I should probably define for now. That way I don't have to keep changing these. Okay, great. So now we're going to iterate through airports. Oh, that's, I mean, at least for setting these guys up, but I can just do this. I forgot. Duh. All right, we do this airport underscore T array T. No, I did that so I could do this airport. So then we would do T. Oh, you know what? We could do it this way. Okay, we got that one there. Now we're going to do airport dot code equals ABC. That's not right. You're not going to do it that way. You can't do it that way. That won't work. You need to allocate the memory. So airport code is going to be 3 characters. So we got to allocate for that. Since we're allocating kind of like a string, then I need 4. Because I need the terminator at the end. So let's do that. Okay. And then airport names are going to be 50 characters because that's plenty. Great. We got all that done. And then active will be false. we'll turn on entity ID is going to be I, airport. Instance ID will start at 0, airport. Next free is null. Okay. That's one. Passengers. Passenger. What do we got here? We're probably going to want like first name and last name. And we'll do 50. And then we'll jump back into passenger. Okay. Great. First name, last name, actives, that, all that stuff. What else do they have? Ticket ID. Ticket ID is going to be equals -1, which means they don't have one. And then we got instance ticket ID. That's it. Okay. And then what's the next thing? The next thing will be tickets. So we'll do this, tickets, ticket, and then does the tickets have, what do they have? They have a whole bunch of things on them. Everything should just be zeroed out to start. Or at least the ones that matter, like these guys. Okay, and then if you double check ticket, is there anything with strings? No. So what would I want my tickets to have to make them a little bit better? Tickets, airport, passenger. I guess I have to set up some of the characters and their names. And I'm probably going to want to pull it from somewhere. List of male names, female names. Ooh, that's right. Passenger. A Boolean. Gender. Ta-da! Okay, so ticket, you can't assume the names as well. So I'm going to add first name, last name to the ticket. Okay. Great. So I think what I'll do is I'll make what the first guy is. Sprint F. Sprint F. Okay. There we go. Get that down here. Sprintf. And we can do. Okay, great. And then the buffer will be game state pointer dash. Oh, passenger. First name Bob. All right. When I get next free, does it make it active? No, so I have to make this active. What else? Last name, ticket ID. No ticket ID to start. He will be male. Okay, and then this increments the instance ID. Perfect. So now I can go into the update. An update. Go into render, and in render I could do draw. You look like a good person. Keep up the good work. I'm impressed with the random chatters, to be honest. They're usually not too bad. All right, I don't have current passenger, but I can do game state pointer current passenger. Right, do that, and then go into here and do passenger star current passenger. T. All right, great. We got a current passenger set up. And then in init, we've got here, we can do passenger equals passenger. Great. Game state pointer, that. And if I wanted to go even further, I could do it differently, but that's good enough. So now we'll jump back to update. And now we have our current passenger, so then we could say if game state pointer current passenger does not equal null. There we go. Draw text. First name, we're going to do top left, 5, red, and then we'll do the last name, 10 pixels down. Uh-oh. Just broke something. 0. Okay, so this is probably easily fixed. Current passenger. Let's see which one it's broken on. Passenger get next free. Index 0. Length 1. Okay, I have to double check how I initialize things. I don't know why I'm entertained by this. It's high speed. I have no idea why anyone's entertained by it, but hey, happy some people enjoy it. Okay, so I didn't allocate the right. I didn't use the right allocator. There we go. Run that again. Okay, so let's see. Are we still messing up? Yeah, we're still messing up. Airport, airport. Passenger, passenger. Tickets, tickets. Expands to 100. It's capacity. So I wonder if we even get to here. Okay. Passengers. Good. Allocate. Great. Entity ID 0 instance. So this looks good. We jump. Get next free. What are we passing here? We got to pass a passenger array pointer. And this is, what does this think it is? Passenger array pointer. So it is, in fact, what we want it to be. So go back. Take one step forward and it crashes. Okay, so what are we doing? It's got to be a bug in one of these things up here. So passengers jump into here. Passenger T array, capacity, allocate, items, capacity passenger. Let's just add a 0 there and try again. Yeah, okay. There's a problem. I've had this issue come up before. Okay. Game state. This looks right. Passenger. Passengers. So then here, passengers. So how am I getting 0? Let's run this again. I think I know what it is. Well, I hope I know what it is. So what is this? Returning. What are you returning? You're returning a passenger T. You are a passenger T. Game state pointer says for passengers, capacity 0. Okay, passenger amount. Okay, so our problem's up here. $100. Okay. Yep. I remembered it after way too late. Because I'm doing the manual fetching here to populate these guys, I was causing a memory corruption. So, whoops. All right, we're good. Bob Hill. Okay, so now we've got the name, and we could just draw the name right on the circle. No, let's not do that. So now I need to make some other things. A lot of things. I guess I could work on the computer screen. Right here. So he's going to come in. He's going to have a ticket. Let's manually make his ticket. So his ticket, I want his ticket to be pointing from, let me just get some airports. Let's do TPA. So we need to make the airports too. So let's just let's do the airports first. Bam. And then I want this one to go to Dallas Fort Worth. So we'll have another one. I could probably add Texas, state and city to the airport. That's just for fluff, right? Okay, so and we won't write out the whole thing, we'll just use the code. This will be useful later when we've got the basics of the game done. Oh boy. This is definitely in the category of fluff. Up here we can just do a little bit of this and do the same thing. City, state. Dallas Fort Worth is well within the character limit. City, state. So now I have the airport. I need to look up airports by code. I could look up airports by ID or get the ID and have fast lookups that way. What are you trying to make? Right now there's a LUDUM Dare going on. 48-hour game dev competition. So I'm making a game where you will be the flight person. Yeah, okay. Let's see what I did. You're the person who's responsible for rebooking people's flights. Right here. Airport code. How are they? It'll make more sense soon. I don't understand. Okay, Bob Hill. And then on the right, I can put some things up. Okay, so now we have a ticket. We have first name, last name on the ticket. Okay, let's do a little bit of that. Nice process. Thanks. It is a lot. A lot of stuff, but these things work. So. Okay, so now I'm going to want to make this guy have, or not this guy, but the passenger here, which I still have active. Passenger ticket ID equals ticket entity ID. Do that for now. It's kind of hacky, but whatever. And now I need to put in where he's heading. Got to make him go from Tampa to Dallas, Fort Worth. And then I got to make the flights. And then we're golden. And now I'm stalling a little bit because I'm thinking. I'm going to draw the ticket information to the right of the player info that I'm drawing. And then I'm going to draw the airport information to the right of that. And then to the right of that, I'll draw the the whatever information. All right, and then we want to draw the tickets. So we're going to draw text. Let's do ticket, first name. Let's just say it's, let's do, if the font size is 5, we'll assume that 6 times 5, 30 to the right is good enough. So that would be a good starting point, and then we could do font size 5, we'll do blue. And then I guess I could have drawn the airport and everything else, but that's okay. We'll just draw this for now. My goal would be to get as much of the data displayed as I can before, say, about 9, and then I can work on the buttons and other stuff tomorrow. And then graphics on Sunday. Okay, we got a ticket. Ticket needs to have some destination. I should be able to look up airports by code and use that to return those things. Tickets need to have flight numbers. Okay. No, we don't need match. All right, we're gonna just do matching on characters. If code.j does not equal howdy, I got something. I got an alert. I'll have to check and see what it is. Sounded like a dunk or something. Hello, Suki. Let's just double check. I don't want to leave people hanging. Thank you for the follow. Bro, we're both making a game in C++. Isn't that sweet? There we go. Put that pop out activity feed. Yeah, I've been having fun with it. You're making a game in C++. That's great. Are you doing the LUDUM Dare? My game's in C, by the way. I'm not using C++. But it's easy to make the mistake. So we're going to iterate through all of the airport items. And when we find that they don't match, we move on. So I'm going to do boolean match equals false. Oh wait, why would I continue here? I need to say match equals false. Otherwise match equals true. If they don't equal, it's false. Break. If match, break. How does this even make sense? Okay, go through the characters. As soon as we get one that doesn't match, it's false. If they make it to the end, great. If they match, then we want to say return I. Oh, in my tags. Oh yeah, that's right. On Twitch, I have it as C++. I had switched from C++ to C and never updated my tags. I'm using Raylib. At some point, I'm going to use SDL. If I get to a point where I need it, I'm going to switch. But right now, I'm not there. And this is for a game jam, so I'm not really going to go that crazy. But yeah, so I just wrote this. Now I need to be able to do a quick look up here. Source ID is going to equal airport, and then we're going to do TPA. And then we'll do destination, Dallas Fort Worth. And then go back to the render. And I should be able to take the destination and source and render that text. So now we're going to do if ticket destination ID does not equal -1. Then we want to draw, well, we want to do airport equals airport underscore T get array ticket. And then we're going to do ticket dot destination ID. Bam. We got our airport. Now we're going to draw text airport dot name. Bam. Oh, okay. And then we're going to do that one. 5 more characters. We'll do 60 and 0. And then we will do font size 5. And we'll do this one in green. Bam. And then let's draw the code under that. And then for the next one, we'll do... we want to do source on this. Let's do source. Okay, and then this one will be destination. And then here I want to do 20, 30. And we'll make you guys stay green. Let's see what we got. Okay, you can't really read the green, so we're going to do red again. And we'll do red here as well. My game genre allows me to literally get away with coding the whole game using ImGUI. You're creating either a clicker or a idler or a dialogue game. That's my guesses. So we got Bob, and then his ticket says his name's Bob Hill. His airport is source is this. His destination, so this is TPA to Dallas Fort Worth. Bam, we got those pieces of it's an RTS. Okay. Yeah, a lot of it can be done with ImGUI. So I've got quite a bit of info. I would now want to add some buttons over here of, where to go. Oh yeah, okay. I remember now. This can be the items. You drag them over here, they get bigger. Okay, so these are nice linking. So I've linked a player to a ticket and a ticket to its airport data. Great. Next, I want to make a button. So we're going to be rendering these buttons. I will just do it this way. Boolean LD button. We're going to want to have text. We're going to have position X, position Y, width, height. Looks good to me. Okay, so now we want to go into render. And I just want to draw a button. Let's do 50-50. And we'll do 50-50. Color, red. Just for this test button, we do want to use color. And later I can set up a texture. Okay. Great. You can do all of your game design rubber ducking on stream if you want. Okay, so we want to do a draw rectangle at X, Y, width, height, color. Great. We're going to do draw text, X plus 5, Y plus 5, width. Now we'll do font size 5, color, and then we want to do text. There we go. Save all that. Run. Okay, we got a thing right here. Now we need to use the mouse, and I'm going to use exact mouse coordinates. Hopefully nothing gets messed up because I'm not using any crazy things, but I'm going to make this go up here. And then every update go back down here. Okay, and then if we no glides equal true. Clicked equals false. Okay, hover, click, 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 click. Great. And then I could do down, ooh, that's wrong, right? Because, okay, so it needs to be and I can make it a really nice button if I wanted to, but we're not going to do that right now. We just need to get things moving. Okay, draw text, draw color. No, we're going to do white. All right, there we go. And then we could clean this up more later, but let's get back to this. So now we want to go through the airports. So those are I less than airports. So your game is already big enough to require caching. Nice. I'm going to have them go side by side. So here we go. There we go. Let's put these up here. So that would be like 400. And then we would want to go down. Okay, great. So we go 1, 2, 3. We could fit like a couple of these. These buttons are they're big, but they make you feel stupid big. So let's do 25, 25. See what they look like. Great, a lot better. Let's make them wider though. Let's do 30. Great. And then the height is really bad. So let's do 20. Good. And you know what? They would benefit from being slightly bigger. And then, yeah, that's big enough. And I can center them later. Okay, great. And then the gaps between them are a little too big because now they should be 40. There we go. Great. And then we could just go and do 10 out. Okay, so if I add more airports, they'll go to the right. I haven't decided what the max to the right is. But we can create a variable here called j, set it to 0, and we'll do j plus 25, so let's do 30. And then we could say if I modulo 5 equals 0, j plus plus. So that would get me to 5, and then it would say, oh, go wrap around. So I think that would work. Okay, now we'll go back to airports. Let's do a quick search here of airports in Florida. FL. So we have Key West International Airport. I'm just going to add a couple things. Oh, ads. You got ads? Where do you get ads? Oh, Twitch, yeah. Twitch has ads. this should be a method, but EYW that's one. Fort Lauderdale is FFL or FLL. Okay, that's two more. And then we'll do one more Florida. Gainesville, that seems like a good one. GNV. Bam. Okay, now we want to add 3 for Texas. We'll do Killing Fort. Okay, that's 1, 2. Okay, and that's 2, and now 1 more. Valley International Airport. Probably won't actually use this one. Okay, that should be enough to force the new line thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, I got GNV twice. Why? Galveston. Okay, so what is... GLS. Okay, great. Run this again. Okay, so we jump to the bottom here. Okay, J plus. Okay, so that needs to be defined outside the loop. Interesting. 0. Code. I modulo 5 equals 0. One, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So turn around. I don't get it. Oh, it's J plus. Great. Welcome back. Great. Okay, so we could fill up quite a few of these, but I have the pattern set up. Great. I would like it to print when I click them for now. So we'll do okay, we definitely want this to be print. Prints out here. It goes to the guy. Okay, so let's do okay, and then we could draw a black line in the middle of that. Okay, great. Too wide. Needs to take off 10. Okay, great. This could be wider. This guy could be moved more to the left. Okay, I probably need to add stuff over here now. Let me join the DC. Yes, Discord. Go ahead. So print a ticket, should print out a ticket. This is probably too wide. Let's try 100. Yeah, that's a lot better. But let's add 20 pixels to that. Yeah, good enough. Prints out the ticket, you give them the ticket back. Everybody's happy. So I need to be able to click and drag things. Probably should draw a line here. Keep it simple. Right? Keep it really simple. So for this one to succeed, I would need to be able to click, click, click. So I do source. I need a back button. And then I click one of these. It sets up the source. You know what it's not here is the connecting flights. I should just have it be dis to the target. And then so that would be like if I said I wanted to go from here to here, it would go along the connecting paths. Ah, okay. I think I know. I'm gonna need another structure. But for now, what on earth? For now, I'm just going to add to the game state for the computer. We're just going to say from airport to airport, and then the last one will be from airport to airport, and then I could have the layout. No. This will be my two selections. Oh. Interesting. Do I want the pointer or do I want the code? I'd rather have the code. No, I'd rather have the thing. Welcome back. Click, click. So I'm doing a 48-hour game dev competition, and I need to be focusing my time and attention on that. So I won't be able to do that right now. Okay, so yeah, and I'm just in the middle of this. You'll just have to wait till Monday. Okay. So I need to add a button that clears out. I'll just do something like that. And then we could just do to the right of those things. Okay, this needs to go like right here. $40 times 5, 200, 7, 10, so 720. And then we could actually make it the same size, 35, 25. Great. And then Okay, so you can't go to yourself, so I'm going to have it when you click one, it disables it. I still want to draw it, but... That one disappeared. That's a bug. Okay, so... It's so hard to see the thing. And that's because I'm deleting it. Ah, okay, so you know what? There we go. Uncertain times, rise of nationalism. Yeah, sounds like a great title for a game. So you play as the nationalist? Political game. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, let's see here. So we got that one and that one. You can't re-click on it, right? Because if you click here, it doesn't do it. Okay, so we've got, this actually should be down here though. So let me move that down. You should probably post the video in the Discord if you want me to look at it, because I don't see anything in any of the channels. $75. So you look at the ticket. He says he's going from TPR to Dallas Fort Worth. Boop, boop. Then we would have something down here. Okay, so and then down here I would need to print out all the valid, or that would give me the valid flights, valid available flights. Then you click print ticket, and then it prints out and you give it to the guy. A button here next. Okay. Persons connected to their ticket, tickets connected to the airlines, the airports. Airports are over here. We have this to this. They print their ticket. They should have some sort of identification proving who they are, because that's what we would put in here. So this is a screen. So I think we need to draw a rectangle here to signify that this is a computer screen. We could have it be black. So, and we want that to happen before the buttons. So that'll be up here. And is this a computer screen? No, this is a computer monitor border. And then we could do computer screen. Do that, black. Okay, and then we're gonna want to move this. So what is that? That's 500 and stuff. So we're gonna do less than that. Okay, great. And then the top, we would want this to start out 5 below that. Great, I don't like that color at all. Let's do dark blue for now. Okay, and then we can do much less on this. And let's do 250. And almost. This is kind of too wide screen. I think 460. A little more thematic. And then we could we'll leave it for now. Dink, dink. Dink, dink. Okay. Stupid. I love it. Nice big confirm button. Still too big. Okay, great. And then we would do this. You know what? We'll just do boom. Click, click, confirm. Boom, 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 boom. Da da dum, boom, 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 boom. This button here, this doesn't make sense anymore. It would be up here. So we do confirm. Once you do confirm, boom, we're on a new window. So I would want to have a enum in here. Yes, type def. enum. Comp screen. Computer screen. And then we're going to have flight chooser. Pick airline or pick airports. And then the other one could be flight chooser, choose flight. Okay, so we're going to be starting in pick airports. Ooh, and look at this. Number of comp screens. Look at that. There's 2. What a great trick. Okay, jump up here and go into game state pointer and then do int comp screen. There we go. Computer screen. Comp screen. Okay, we got that down. LD game state underscore T allocked here. Game state pointer comp screen equals -1. We need to have the initial one, which is main menu. No, this is not it. Okay, it's comp screen flight chooser. And then there's main menu. Okay, so yeah, go in. I'm going to start on main menu. Okay, and now back to render. And we do a little bit of checking of the work. We're going to do if comp screen equals flight chooser choose flight. Take this information here all the way down to the confirm button, cut, paste, and then we could do if pick airports versus choose flight. Yes. So what do we got up here? Pick airports. There we go. And then we have here choose flight. And in choose flight, we would do this. Printer hardware. This is so funny. I can't believe this is how this is done. All right, look at that. The screen is main menu. Boom. Okay, so now we should be printing computer screen main menu, which will be that. And then I would say, let's go up here. We have our computer screen just for reference. We want to do else if, because otherwise it'll roll into the next one if they chain at all. Okay, so now and then I want the back button here, else main menu. Wow. Flight chooser didn't work. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we do flight chooser. It's up here. So main menu has flight chooser. Disabled is false. Equals equals. Boom. Back. Back button needs to go somewhere. Same problem twice. Back. Deet. I'll add a cancel button. Cancel. We will put you at 570. It's never disabled. And what the cancel button will do, we'll set both of these guys to null. And it will set the confirm is going to take me to the choose flight window. Should be a single there, and this should be a single here. Okay, we are now golden. Flight chooser, back, deet. I've got two of them, back. I've got one, back. Click, boom. Print ticket. Okay, great. And now this one here has the print ticket button. The print ticket button does not need to be as low as it is. It can be lower than that though. Okay. All right. So this transition to choose flight should be choose flight loading. Bam. Okay, and then we should have the game state pointer store a loading time. Okay, so then Okay. Okay, flight chooser. That. Confirm. Done. All right. First one complete. That wait time is not slow enough, though. It's got to be painful. Like, noticeable and painful. It's actually maybe a quarter of a second too long. And then print ticket can take its time. Be right back. Water break. Okay, I think I need to put a clock on the screen on the bottom right. So I can control game time. Man, this is like a lot. But I've only been working on it for like 2 hours. So I think I could get this formatted rightly. Let's see. So in a day, you got 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24. So I could just take this number. So I did 40,000. I could take that, divide that by 60. Divide that by 60. No, what am I doing? I did 60 times 60 times 24. So that gives me the total seconds in the day. So to convert this to the hour of the day, I would divide by 24 divided by 60. Okay, so if it was 34,000, I would do divided by, so this is seconds, so I would divide by 60. And then I would divide by 60, I get 9 hours. Minus 9 times 60 and 26, 926, is that right? And then minus 26 times 60, 40 seconds. Well, I can always test it out. I could do a +1 per frame, have it loop around at 60 times 60 times 24, 60 times 60 times 24. And then, yeah, so let's just do that. What? Okay, let's just jump you all the way up here. Eight 640. Okay, run. Okay, we're not drawing it. Let's look at my screen size. 600. Okay, next we want to take game time and convert it into hours, minutes, seconds. So that would be also, we probably want our update to be plus equal, and have it be like plus equal, and let it be like 25. So, because that's way faster. And we're not going to show seconds on the clock anyways. All right, so that's should be hours, and then minutes would be so that would get me a number, and then that would be divided by, and then we'd round that, and then the last one is all this stuff. And then we'll just do that. Done. Okay. So, looks like we just got hours going when that's not right. So, let's see. It's actually obviously not right. It's 8 6,400 divided by 60 divided by 60. Yeah, so it'd be Okay, good. And then the last one's going to follow the same pattern, which would be this number minus this number here minus minutes times 60. Let's do this. So that would be kind of sounds right. Okay, so we got 4 hours times 60 times 60. That's that number. Let's say we add 5 to that. So if I did whatever I'd have left would be the amount. Yep. Great. And then we need our decimals to be 2 digits. No, not like a clock. Okay, 05D, so I'm guessing it's 02D. Yeah, it's totally not a monospace font. Okay, so let's see, fonts. Raylib fonts. That's not what I wanted. No, just give me an answer. I don't care about the videos. Font loading. Great. Okay, well, it's not that hard to make my own if I have to. I'm not going to do it yet, but if it comes down to it, I'll make my own. Okay, the seconds don't matter in that clock. Okay, we'll put you right there. You're not going to be that. We'll probably have this 12. Just put it up there. Be done with it. Okay, and we're also going to do delta time times 10. Which makes it a lot slower. Okay, good. And then we're going to take that and do times that much. Great, so that's pretty fast. Still pretty fast. That's too slow. Well, no, that's, let me think about that. If I went a little bit slower. I'd say a little bit slower than that would be fine. It's still too fast. Let's do that. I think this would be enough. Okay, they'll leave it at that for now. Oh, right. We'll get rid of that other thing here. All right, great. Moving on. All right, I think I'm losing steam, which is fine. I can wake up early and pick it up. What I want to do is just get my some to-dos down here. What else? I have to think of more things so that while I sleep, I process and think about them. The mechanic of clicking something, dragging it over here, I could do rectangles. So 50 is the radius, so it's 100 across, so we'd want 25. And then I'd want it to be 25. I'd like it to be 25 across. Something like this. Got a bell on the table. Bing, bing. Alright, guys. I gotta go to bed so I can wake up early tomorrow and continue. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, of course, just follow or subscribe. Otherwise, thank you for coming by. Y'all have a good night.